Hello, today we are doing the Abbasid Trade Wing build opening. So this is a opening that you have to be very selective with, both on the map and civs that you're playing against. You're typically not going to do it against cav heavy civs because trade is very hard to defend, although very rewarding if you can keep it defended. So you wouldn't do it against something like French, Mongols, Rus, potentially Delhi, and maybe English or Ottoman, just because they can get units out very quickly and deny that trade. You may also have a difficult time against Abbasid if they go military wing first, so that's something that you have to watch out for. But otherwise, trade is probably one of the strongest wings if uncontested, because it allows you to build, quote unquote, a second villager right away and give you gold, which is the most important resource in the game. Okay. When also do you decide to go trade is dependent on the map. So when we are looking at maps, we want to make sure that it's a good trade map. And a good trade map is where the trade outpost, the neutral outpost, is in the corner of the map. Obviously, in teams, your ally can build a trade post and you can just trade there. But in 1v1s, you want the neutral trade post in the corner of the map. So maps like Altai, Danube River, Golden Heights, Hideout, Hillendale, Lipany sometimes. Those are good maps where the market is in the corner and you can trade with maximum value. Right? Other maps that may not be great for it are maps like Dry Arabia, because the market usually spawns in the center. Mongolian Heights, because the market isn't quite in the corner, it's kind of by the river, which makes it more easily harassable. The Pit is also a good map. Prairie can be a good map, although it's very open. So there, as you can see, there are a lot of maps that you can trade on. It's all about how your opponent reacts to it and how you defend it. Okay, so we're going to start here. And so trade wing, I would say, is the third most common after military wing and eco wing. And so it's against Chinese players, so we can definitely go trade very safely. And we're going to be playing on Altai. And so our opening is pretty much exactly the same as every other build. We want to go the first 6 onto food, and then the 7th onto food, building a house, and we want to go up to 7, 0, 3. So that's 7 on food, 0 on wood, and 3 on gold. In the meantime, scouting is slightly more important. So what we want to do is we want to go to the center to get the sheep, and then we want to find out where the trade post is. Right? So we obviously know it's in the corner, but we don't know which corner. So we want to find out. We don't need to find out right away because obviously we're not aging up, but we want to find out sooner rather than later. Okay, and then so from here, I'm going to go up to 703. We're going to build the mining camp, make sure to try and keep everything connected, and then we're going to scout for where the trade posts are. Okay? So when you're trying to defend your trade, walls are going to be some of your best friends. So we do want to try and look to wall at some point, although not right away, because we will be using our wood for other projects like production and units. Okay? So why is trade wing so powerful for Abbasid? It's powerful because Abbasid, when you go up with trade wing, you get 3 free traders right away, and you get more traders depending on which age you select the age up in. But in this case, we're going up from dark age to feudal, so we'll get 3 traders. So you get 3 free traders, and then you also get unique technology, which here is called Grand Bazaar. And what this does is it gives you 25% of the base gold value that you get from the trade as another resource. And one of those resources being either food or wood, not stone. Okay, so very powerful, and it's also very powerful. Trade is just very powerful in general because it does allow you to get another quote-unquote villager very early on in the game. And you can see we've gone up to 903 because, again, we want to make sure that we get to our age up as fast as possible. Similarly to military wing, we want to get up as fast as possible because we want to get those free units working for us as fast as possible. Okay. And then after we go to 903, we then go on to wood. We will need a lot of wood for this build because we will be using wood for production and for traders. So again, I want to make sure to take all of my villagers there. So again, you want to take the 3 off the food and go to wood. So now your split is 4-7-3. You can leave the 3 on gold pretty much for perpetuity until you have too much gold that you don't know what to do with, if that is ever the case. And then our first 50 wood again is going to be for a lumber camp, and then the next 50 wood is going to be for a house. Similarly with military wing, you want to make sure that you have a house built up before a trade wing finishes, so that you the traders pop out immediately. Okay. And then as we age up, we also want to make sure that we get Grand Bazaar immediately. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to select your House of Wisdom, and you're actually going to rally to the trade wing, or to the neutral outpost, so your traders go there. And then as soon as we age up, what I want to focus on is getting this Grand Bazaar. Okay. Once you get 8 or 9 on wood, you then want to go to food, because we will have to be building units. Okay? So we're gonna actually rush this house up, so you can see I forgot a little, and there should be enough time. The other thing that you need to do when your age up is almost done is send a villager to the opposite corner, because what we're gonna do is we're going to get the traders to go from this, once they hit the neutral trade post, back to our trade post that we built again for maximum value. Okay, so there are a lot of things going on, and so we want wood for this market, and we want an archery range. Archery range because we can build camel archers, very mobile, high damage, high health units, so they're a good value unit, so to speak. And then when our villager gets there, we want to scout that properly. We want to make sure that we build our trade post in here. Okay? So sorry there, build lag. And then we want to build that camel rider right away. And then we go up to 8 or 9 on food as well. And then once these traders drop off, this is what you have to pay attention to. You then click Q and click your other market, because they will turn that into their home market. So now they're gonna get the full value off of it. And so I'm just gonna build camel archer, and then from here you just want to produce units. We're gonna get some upgrades like wheelbarrow, and you probably also want to get double broadaxe. Okay. And from here we can try to defend our trade with sorry, I apologize for the lag. We can try to defend our trade with this camel archer against other archers that come out. If they are building horsemen or knights, you will obviously need to build a barracks sooner rather than later. So for example, I can pop down the barracks right now. And then when you're comfortable, this is the important part, not to commit to trade too early. You want to make sure that you have units and you have some sort of map control so that you can defend. And then what my next 40 wood is going to build my trigger. Okay. I always want to be building units. Want to get double broadaxe. Okay. And then from here, what you do is you slowly add units, and you slowly try to age up. Okay, but you don't try to age up without producing any units. Here, you want it to be very natural. So you notice I have too much gold. So this will happen quite a bit, is that when you have too much gold, you can buy resources. So let's say I need wood right now, I can buy wood and then build what I need. So I'm gonna build, one each of these. Okay. So don't be as scared to spend your gold to buy other resources that you need. And once you have that 10 on food, you're pretty much rallying to wood completely here, because you are getting that passive food from trade, right? If we have a look at the trader, they drop off 18 food each, which in this case would equal 54 food per round. And then I have another trader in there. And then all we're going to be making sure to do is making sure that we build units, we build villagers, and we build traders. Okay. And then once you start to find that you have excess wood here, what I'm going to start to do now is wall up these sides. Right? And we also probably want to throw in another 1 or 2 production buildings and a blacksmith. So this is what I'm going to. I just traded wood again there, so we're going to build a house. We're going to build a blacksmith. Right, we want to make sure that we get our upgrades because we are going to have an abundance of gold. So again, making sure that we are always building traders and always building units. So always my buildings are building units, and then we want to get up probably 1 or 2 more production buildings. And then from here, if your opponent is not attacking you, you can start to be aggressive yourself, because at this point, if he's trying to defend himself, it means he's not harassing your trade, and if he's not harassing your trade, then you are ahead. So we will probably, this is Chinese, so we probably want to throw another archery range, because he's probably going to go a lot of Shikanu, and then we want to make sure that we throw down the house, making sure that we're always building traders. And again, I can buy some wood. Right. If you want to be really greedy with this strategy, what you can do is add on a second market and double produce traders. I typically don't do that into the castle because I feel like you can get punished. But if you are maybe in lower elos and you're not getting punished as much, you can definitely get away with being greedier. Okay? So again, I'm just making sure that I'm building units. And you just want units to defend yourself, and if you're done defending yourself, then all you want to do is attack. So you always want to keep building units, and you always want to be attacking, because you're going to, if he doesn't have trade and you do, you will eventually be ahead. So again, you don't want to try to age up, because aging up is too greedy. If you try to age up and you don't build units, you might just die. You already have trade, you'll get to the next stage naturally, trust me. Whether it's buying the resources or whether it's actually getting the resources through just regular collection. And that is the trade, Abbasid trade wing build order. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next one. The next one will probably be either a water opening on hybrid maps, or will be maybe a team game. Thank you, and have a great day.